Do you have? Oh, I wonder with this. Do you have a fight like favorite Cena moment match? And I guess that could be one you've watched, but then also what then you experienced live as well, because you've had the good fortune of experiencing a couple.
Yeah, I'm going to speak about a match in answer to your question that I'm only just sort of recalling and going, oh, I need to go back and watch it. So forgive me if I get all this wrong. He
Go
did
for it.
that kind of really cool cinematic match with Bray Wyatt.
Oh,
Do you
yep,
remember
yep,
this?
yep, yep, yep.
Like
We were
kind of
we were all
fun.
locked away. We all remember
We
that.
were all locked away, and he did this kind of fun house, like crazy fun house match.
Firefly Funhouse match, I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I remember I'm going to go back and watch this because I remember genuinely loving that match. Like,
Yeah.
so if I had to choose one, if you're pushing me to choose one match, that I'm like, yeah. And I think one like it was because it was so different. Like it was a period where we were all a bit desperate for entertainment, frankly. Um, and I really, I mean, those cinematic matches I've spoken about before at various places. Like
Yes, yeah.
I really rate them. I think they were exceptionally innovative and interesting things to do in a period where you were having to be exceptionally innovative because it
Yeah.
was the only way we could do. And I remember really loving that. So I'm going to go back
Yeah.
and watch that and remind myself why I loved it. But that's certainly for me is a high point. Like if I had to choose one, I guess I'm choosing it because it's outside of his canon, I
Yeah, yeah,
suppose.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's how
yeah.
it feels. So it stands out to me as being outside of his usual way of doing things. So I'm going to go back and watch that now.
Yeah. Favorite match? Favorite promo of John?
Of John Cena. Let me think. Do you know what it is? It's not necessarily a specific match because it's always about moments and general feuds, in my opinion. So I can't give you one. Can I
That's
just
fine. That's
can
fine.
I walk you through a few because it's a long.
Yeah, 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 go for it.
I will never ever forget how entertained I was by his. I can't remember if it was a best of five or a best of seven series with Booker T over the US
Oh
title.
God, yeah, yeah. I
You
think best of
know,
seven. I think they did, didn't they?
I think it was best of seven because I think it was a callback to Booker T and Chris Benoit's, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken, from
Yeah, yeah,
WCW.
yeah.
And I really think I just remember enjoying each individual match so much, you know what I mean? And that is it's very forgotten in my opinion, but it
Hmm?
always sticks out to me, as like at that time Cena had won me over. And I was a big Cena fan before he became a top guy.
Hmm.
So yeah, that has to be mentioned in my opinion. But a favorite match has to be him and Punk Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And that's not even including his amazing US title run, which had banger after banger every week,
Yeah. The
including
Kevin
Sami
Owens
Zayn and
matches.
Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? I love those matches individually, but if I
Did
had to,
you, sorry, no, cut you off there. Did you did you love the series that, I mean, I did. Did you fan of the one stuff he did with Edge?
oh yeah, but that again, like that was amazing too. Like in my opinion, Edge was probably his best nemesis.
Hmm.
I mean, in terms of just like the Lex Luthor to his Superman. You know what I mean? Edge was, and again, it came at such a pivotal point in both of their careers. I really think that
Yeah.
they helped forge each other into being top guys because Edge was pretty new to the mid event scene, so was Cena,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they really helped forge each other to be mainstays there. You know what I mean? So yeah, loved that stuff. I mean, I was pure Team Edge.
Yeah.
Like, that was whenever I really started being anti-Cena. You know what I mean? No, it
Same.
was the spinner belt. I really think that as soon as that came out, I think even well, I must have only been 12 or 13 or something like
Because we
that.
grew up with this baby.
Oh yeah, or
How
the
was
big
that?
deal, and so whenever he came out with that spinner belt, I swallowed it for the US title. I didn't mind that, but when it happened to the WWE title, I was like, no, no, you turned in this prestigious championship into a toy, and then was one thing it happening, then it staying around for so long was another thing that aggrieved me, you
Yeah, because
know.
they had around for like 7 years or
Yeah,
something like that. It was a long
they
time.
stopped it spinning after a while, but even the
Yeah.
fact that, again, you look back at that amazing Punk feud or Punk's title reign, and the fact that he's holding that piece of you know what,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, what a shame, you know what I mean? So it took them way so long to get rid of it, but yeah,
No, 100%, 100%. And I think I share actually some of the memories. Match it for me is John and Punk. I had never been so. It still might be the match I was most excited to ever see. Was
Hmm.
Punk and
You didn't
Cena.
know what was going to happen
Oh
against
my God,
Venus,
yeah.
you
Like
know?
like that, and that, like that's obviously we were all on Punk, like we were all Team Punk there. Like it was all about Punk, obviously.
Mhm. Oh,
But John, obviously, but John was playing his part, and like without John, it didn't. Because if it wasn't against John, well, I don't think we would have been as emotionally invested. Because he,
well, the thing is, John, and this speaks for his whole career, he was so unselfish about it. You know what I mean? He wasn't like, "What's this guy doing? I'm the champion." It was never about him. He was like, "He's having this moment. I'm going to let this crowd be this way." Same with against Rob Van Dam
oh my
in
God,
ECW
yeah,
One Night Stand. Another great moment. You know what I mean? And when he was young in his career,
yeah.
he was able to let these moments happen and play his part, again, and that's so important in wrestling. So many people in wrestling want to, I want to have the best match. I want to, I want to get my stuff in. I want to, this, that. And it's just such a, whereas like if what you're doing is you're telling a story to the audience. What part do I need to play to make the story the best? And that's what he did at Money in the Bank, which is why it was so great.